Good morning, everyone. Let me ask you something. Have you ever faced a situation where the weight of the world felt like it was sitting on your chest? Maybe it was a challenge so big that you wondered how you could ever overcome it. We've all been there. Life can hit us hard sometimes, can it? But here's the thing, what if I told you that the most powerful tool you have to overcome any challenge, to transform your life, isn't out there somewhere? It's right here. Point to your head, it's in the way you choose to think. Life often throws us challenges that seem insurmountable, obstacles that make us question our ability to move forward. These challenges can feel like walls too high to climb, barriers too wide to cross. It's in these moments that our perspective is tested. We can view these difficulties as permanent roadblocks, or we can choose to see them as stepping stones to growth and transformation. This choice, the way we perceive challenges, shapes our journey in profound ways. When we encounter hardships, it's easy to fall into the trap of negativity. Our minds begin to dwell on what went wrong, why it happened, and how unfair it all feels. But what if we approach challenges differently? What if instead of seeing them as reasons to stop, we saw them as opportunities to grow stronger? A stepping stone isn't an obstacle, it's a platform that lifts us higher. Challenges work in the same way. They force us to stretch, to learn, and to discover parts of ourselves that we never knew existed. Imagine a seed planted deep in the soil. It starts in darkness, buried under the weight of earth, where it seems impossible for it to reach the surface. But the seed doesn't stop pushing, it doesn't give up because the weight of the soil is heavy. Instead, it uses the very pressure around it to grow, to strengthen its roots, and to stretch upward toward the light. Our challenges are much like that soil. They surround us, weigh us down, and test our limits. But they also give us the environment we need to grow. Without them, we remain stagnant, unable to discover our full potential. In every challenge lies a lesson, though it may not always be clear at first. Sometimes the lesson is patience, teaching us to endure through difficult times. Other times it's resilience, showing us that we can bounce back from failures. And often it's self-discovery, revealing strengths we didn't know we had. But here's the key, we only learn these lessons if we embrace the challenge. If we resist, complain, or give up, we miss out on the growth that comes with facing adversity head-on. It's also important to recognize that challenges don't just shape us, they prepare us. Each one equips us with tools and experiences that we'll need for the future. Consider an athlete training for a marathon. The grueling workouts, the muscle soreness, and the exhaustion aren't there to break them. They're there to prepare them for the race ahead. Life's challenges operate in the same way. They are preparing us for the bigger opportunities and responsibilities that await us. Without these trials, we wouldn't be ready for the next level. Sometimes it's the hardest challenges that teach us the most. They force us out of our comfort zones where true growth happens. Comfort zones are safe, familiar, and predictable, but they're also limiting. Growth doesn't come from doing what's easy, it comes from doing what's hard. When we step outside our comfort zone and face a challenge, we gain courage. We start to realize that we are capable of more than we imagined. Challenges also remind us of the importance of persistence. It's not about how many times we fall, it's about how many times we get back up. Each time we rise, we grow stronger. Each time we push forward, we gain momentum. It's in the act of trying again and again that we build character and resilience. Challenges demand persistence, and persistence builds strength. The beauty of challenges is that they are universal. Everyone faces them, though they may look different for each person. It's not the nature of the challenge that matters, it's how we respond to it. Some see failure as the end of the road, while others see it as a detour leading to a better path. It's all about perspective. When we choose to see challenges as stepping stones, we empower ourselves to keep moving forward. No matter how difficult the journey may seem, positive thinking is more than just a feel-good mantra or an abstract concept. It is a powerful force that provides us with the direction we need to navigate life's complexities and the strength to persevere through its toughest moments. When life becomes overwhelming and the road ahead seems unclear, the way we think determines whether we stay lost or find our way forward. Positive thinking acts as a compass, pointing us toward hope, possibility, and resilience, even in the face of uncertainty. Life's challenges often have a way of clouding our vision. When we face setbacks or failures, it's easy to feel stuck, as though we're trapped in a maze with no clear way out. In these moments, the temptation to dwell on negativity can be strong. However, positive thinking shifts our focus away from the barriers and toward the possibilities. It's like shining a flashlight in a dark room. It doesn't instantly change the situation, but it illuminates a path forward, allowing us to take one step at a time. One of the remarkable things about positive thinking is its ability to shift our perspective. Instead of fixating on what's going wrong, we begin to see opportunities that were hidden before. This doesn't mean ignoring the difficulties, it means reframing them. A failure, for instance, is no longer just a failure, it becomes a lesson, a stepping stone toward improvement. A challenge is no longer a roadblock, it becomes an opportunity to test our limits and grow stronger. Positive thinking transforms the way we see the world, and in doing so, it transforms the way we respond to it. The strength that comes from positive thinking isn't just mental, it's deeply practical. When we believe that something is possible, we are more likely to take action toward it. This belief fuels our determination, energizes our efforts, and keeps us going even when the journey is difficult. It's not that positive thinkers never face obstacles, it's that they approach those obstacles with a mindset of possibility rather than defeat. This mindset creates a ripple effect, influencing not only our actions but also the outcomes we achieve. Imagine a person climbing a mountain. At the base, the summit looks impossibly far away. Negative thinking might convince them to give up before they even begin, overwhelmed by the magnitude of the task. But positive thinking changes the narrative. It tells them to focus on one step at a time, to celebrate each small victory along the way, and to trust that perseverance will lead to progress. With this mindset, the climber finds the strength to keep going, even when the path is steep and the air is thin. Positive thinking also has a profound impact on how we handle setbacks. No journey is without its detours, and no goal is achieved without facing challenges along the way. When things don't go as planned, negative thinking can leave us feeling defeated, as though all our efforts were for nothing. But positive thinking allows us to see setbacks as temporary, as opportunities to recalibrate and try again. This resilience, the ability to bounce back and keep moving forward, is one of the greatest strengths that positive thinking provides. Positive thinking influences the way we interact with others. When we approach life with optimism and hope, we inspire those around us to do the same. Our attitude becomes contagious, creating an environment where possibility and collaboration thrive. This doesn't just benefit us individually, it strengthens our relationships, our communities, and our ability to work together towards shared goals. The direction that positive thinking provides is not always a straight line. Sometimes it takes us on unexpected paths, revealing new opportunities we hadn't considered before. These detours can lead to growth, discovery, and achievements that go beyond what we originally imagined. The strength it provides is equally transformative. It doesn't eliminate challenges, but equips us to face them with courage, determination, and faith in our ability to overcome them. Positive thinking is a force that drives us forward, no matter how daunting the journey may seem. The story we tell ourselves is one of the most powerful forces shaping our lives. It's not just the events we experience that define us, it's how we interpret them, how we frame them, and the meaning we attach to them. Our mindset is the lens through which we view the world, and this lens colors everything we see, feel, and do. The narrative we choose to believe about ourselves and our circumstances has the power to either lift us up or hold us back. That is why it's essential to recognize that our mindset shapes the story of our life. Every day we tell ourselves countless stories. These stories are not necessarily the truth, they are interpretations. For example, when we face a setback, we can tell ourselves, I failed because I'm not good enough, or we can say, this is a learning experience that will make me stronger. Both are stories, but they lead to very different outcomes. The first story might cause us to stop trying, to shrink back from challenges, and to give up on our goals. The second story, however, empowers us to keep moving forward, to grow, and to reach higher. The way we think about ourselves plays a significant role in the story we live. If we see ourselves as incapable, unworthy, or destined to fail, that belief will influence our actions. We might hesitate to take risks, avoid opportunities, or settle for less than we deserve. But when we adopt a mindset of possibility and self-belief, everything changes. We start to see challenges as opportunities, failures as stepping stones, and ourselves as capable of achieving great things. The stories we tell ourselves become self-fulfilling prophecies, shaping our actions and ultimately our outcomes. It's important to understand that our mindset doesn't just affect how we see ourselves, it also affects how we see the world. A person with a positive, growth-oriented mindset will view the world as a place full of opportunities and possibilities. They will approach life with curiosity, optimism, and resilience. On the other hand, someone with a negative or fixed mindset might see the world as a hostile, unforgiving place. They might focus on the obstacles instead of the opportunities, the risks instead of the rewards. The world itself hasn't changed, it's the mindset that makes all the difference. Our mindset also determines how we handle adversity. Life is full of challenges, and none of us are immune to setbacks or failures. But the story we tell ourselves in those moments can either break us or build us. If we see adversity as proof that we're not good enough, we'll feel defeated and powerless. But if we see it as a test of our resilience, as a chance to learn and grow, we'll rise to the occasion. The narrative we choose to embrace in difficult times can turn a crisis into a turning point, a failure into a foundation for success. Changing our mindset isn't always easy, especially if we've been telling ourselves negative stories for a long time. It takes self-awareness to recognize the patterns in our thinking and courage to challenge them. But the good news is that our mindset is not fixed, it can be reshaped. By consciously choosing to focus on the positive, to reframe challenges and to believe in our potential, we can rewrite the story of our life. Every time we choose a more empowering thought, we strengthen the narrative that serves us. The people we surround ourselves with also influence the story we tell ourselves. If we spend time with people who believe in us, encourage us, and inspire us, it's easier to adopt a positive mindset. Their belief in us can become a part of our own story, reminding us of our strength and potential even when we doubt ourselves. On the other hand, if we surround ourselves with negativity, it can reinforce the limiting stories we tell ourselves. That's why it's so important to seek out environments and relationships that uplift and empower us. Our mindset is the foundation upon which we build our life. It shapes our thoughts, influences our actions, and determines how we respond to the world around us. By choosing a positive, empowering mindset, we can take control of the story we live, no matter what challenges come our way. The narrative we choose to believe doesn't just reflect our reality, it creates attitude. Gratitude and belief are two of the most transformative choices we can make every single day. They are not dependent on external circumstances or fleeting emotions. Instead, they are deliberate acts of the mind and heart. Choosing gratitude means recognizing the blessings in our lives, no matter how small they may seem. It shifts our focus away from what we lack and directs it toward what we already have. Belief, on the other hand, is the quiet, unshakable conviction that we are capable of achieving something greater, even in the face of uncertainty. Together, gratitude and belief create a powerful foundation for resilience, optimism, and growth. Life is full of distractions and pressures that can easily pull us into a cycle of negativity. It's easy to focus on what's going wrong, to compare ourselves to others, or to feel like we're not enough. But gratitude is the antidote to this mindset. It invites us to pause and take stock of what we already have. It doesn't mean ignoring our challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing to see the beauty and value in what is present. Gratitude is not a passive feeling, it's an active choice to find joy and appreciation in the everyday. When we cultivate gratitude, we start to notice things we might have overlooked before. The warmth of the sun, the laughter of a friend, the ability to take a deep breath, all of these are moments of grace that we often take for granted. By consciously acknowledging them, we begin to shift our perspective. Instead of seeing life as something to endure, we see it as something to celebrate. This shift in focus not only improves our mood, but also strengthens our ability to face challenges. Gratitude doesn't eliminate hardship, but it gives us the strength to navigate it with hope and determination. Belief, like gratitude, is a choice we make every day. It's the decision to trust in our abilities, our potential, and the possibilities that lie ahead. Belief doesn't require proof or guarantees. It thrives in uncertainty. It's what allows us to dream big and take risks, even when the outcome is unknown. Belief fuels action, because when we trust in ourselves, we're more likely to put in the effort required to achieve our goals. It's not about being naive or overly optimistic. It's about having the courage to try, to fail, and to keep going. One of the most remarkable things about belief is that it creates a ripple effect. When we believe in ourselves, others begin to believe in us too. Confidence is contagious, and it inspires those around us to aim higher and push further. Belief also helps us bounce back from setbacks. When we face failure, it's our belief in a better future that motivates us to get back up and try again. Without belief, setbacks can feel like the end of the road. With belief, they become stepping stones to something greater. Gratitude and belief work hand in hand. Gratitude grounds us in the present, reminding us of the blessings and strengths we already possess. It creates a sense of abundance, which fuels our belief that more is possible. Belief, in turn, propels us forward, encouraging us to strive for new goals and embrace new opportunities. Together, they create a balance between contentment and ambition, a deep appreciation for where we are, and an unwavering faith in where we're going. Making gratitude and belief a daily practice requires intention and effort. It means starting each day with a mindset of appreciation, even when circumstances are difficult. It means reminding ourselves of our worth and potential, even when doubt creeps in. Gratitude can be as simple as writing down 3 things we're thankful for each day. Belief can be nurtured through affirmations, visualization, or simply taking small, courageous steps toward our goals. Over time, these practices become habits, and these habits become a way of life. It's important to remember that gratitude and belief are not about perfection, they are about progress. There will be days when gratitude feels forced and belief seems impossible. On those days, it's okay to start small. Even the smallest act of gratitude can spark a sense of hope. Even the tiniest flicker of belief can ignite a sense of possibility. The key is to keep choosing, to keep practicing, and to keep moving forward one step at a time. These choices, though simple, have the power to transform not only our mindset, but also our entire experience of life. Focusing on opportunities instead of obstacles is a transformative way to approach life. It is not about ignoring the challenges we face or pretending that difficulties don't exist. Instead, it's about choosing to direct our energy toward what is possible rather than what is standing in our way. This mindset doesn't remove the obstacles, but it changes how we perceive and respond to them. When we focus on opportunities, we open ourselves up to creativity, resilience, and growth in ways that wouldn't be possible if we remain fixated on the barriers. Obstacles are an inevitable part of life. They come in many forms: unexpected setbacks, limited resources, or personal doubts. It's natural to feel overwhelmed by them, especially when they seem insurmountable. However, dwelling on obstacles often leads to paralysis. When we focus solely on what's wrong or what's blocking our path, we begin to feel stuck. Our thinking becomes clouded by frustration, fear, or self-pity, which prevents us from seeing the possibilities that still exist. Focusing on opportunities, on the other hand, shifts our perspective. It's a decision to ask, what can I do with what I have? Rather than why can't I move forward? This shift in mindset allows us to see the situation in a new light. Opportunities often hide within challenges, but we can only uncover them if we're willing to look for them. When we stop seeing obstacles as dead ends and start viewing them as puzzles to solve, we tap into a mindset of innovation and possibility. This approach doesn't come naturally to most of us, especially when we're in the middle of a difficult situation. It requires conscious effort to train our minds to focus on opportunities. One way to do this is by reframing the problem. For example, if a project fails, instead of thinking, I've wasted my time, we can ask, what did I learn from this experience that I can apply in the future? This simple act of reframing changes the narrative from one of defeat to one of growth. It encourages us to extract value from every situation, no matter how challenging it may seem. Focusing on opportunities also fosters resilience. When we approach life with this mindset, we're more likely to bounce back from setbacks. Obstacles no longer feel like permanent roadblocks, but rather temporary detours. This resilience is what keeps us moving forward, even when the path is unclear. It helps us maintain momentum, which is crucial for long-term success. Resilient people don't avoid obstacles, they face them head-on, knowing that every challenge carries the seed of an opportunity within it. Focusing on opportunities helps us uncover our strengths. Challenges have a way of bringing out qualities we didn't know we had: patience, creativity, determination. When we approach a difficult situation with the question, what can I learn or gain from this? We often discover abilities we hadn't previously recognized. These discoveries not only help us overcome the current obstacle, but also prepare us for future challenges. The process of identifying opportunities sharpens our skills and strengthens our confidence in our ability to handle adversity. This mindset also extends beyond ourselves. When we focus on opportunities, we inspire those around us to do the same. Whether it's in a team setting, a family, or a community, our attitude can influence others. A leader who focuses on possibilities encourages their team to think creatively and persevere. A parent who highlights opportunities teaches their children resilience and optimism. The ripple effect of this mindset can create a culture of problem solving and growth that benefits everyone involved. It's worth noting that focusing on opportunities doesn't mean ignoring risks or challenges. It's about balancing realism with optimism. Recognizing obstacles is important, but allowing them to dominate our thinking is not productive. Instead, we can acknowledge the challenges while actively searching for solutions. This balanced approach allows us to stay grounded while still moving forward. It's about being honest about the difficulties, but refusing to let them define our journey. The ability to focus on opportunities requires practice and patience. It's not something that happens overnight, especially if we've spent a long time focusing on obstacles. But with consistent effort, it becomes a habit. We start to see possibilities where we once saw limitations. We begin to approach life with curiosity and hope, rather than fear and doubt. This shift in focus has the power to transform not only how we navigate challenges, but also how we experience the journey as a whole. The words we choose to speak and the thoughts we allow to dominate our minds have an undeniable power to shape the reality we live in. Words are not just sounds or symbols, they carry energy, meaning, and influence. What we say to ourselves and others creates ripples that can uplift, inspire, and build, or they can tear down, limit, and discourage. This power extends to our thoughts, which form the foundation of our words and actions. By consciously choosing positive and empowering language and thoughts, we take control of the narrative of our lives, creating a foundation for growth, resilience, and success. The way we speak to ourselves often sets the tone for how we experience the world. Negative self-talk, such as constantly telling ourselves, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never succeed," creates an environment of doubt and fear within us. These words become barriers to growth, influencing not just how we feel, but also the actions we take or don't take. When we think in defeatist terms, we limit our potential before we even begin. On the other hand, positive self-talk has the opposite effect. Statements like, "I can handle this," or "I am capable of growth," empower us to face challenges with confidence. These words encourage us to try, to persevere, and to believe in our ability to overcome obstacles. Our words also affect the way we interact with others. Speaking positively to and about people fosters stronger relationships, mutual respect, and collaboration. Compliments, encouragement, and constructive feedback build trust and create an atmosphere of support. Conversely, harsh criticism, gossip, or negative remarks can damage relationships and discourage others. The words we use have the power to either build bridges or create walls, and this applies not only to our personal relationships, but also to our professional and community interactions. When we speak with kindness and intention, we contribute to a culture of positivity that uplifts everyone involved. Thoughts are just as powerful as words, if not more so, because they are the seeds from which words and actions grow. Our internal dialogue shapes how we perceive the world and ourselves. Negative thoughts left unchecked can create a downward spiral. A single doubt or fear can snowball into a mindset of defeat. On the other hand, positive thoughts have the power to lift us up. They allow us to reframe challenges, find solutions, and maintain hope even in difficult times. Thoughts like, "I can learn from this," or "there's a way forward," act as a guiding light, steering us toward resilience and determination. It's important to recognize that the power of words and thoughts doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending challenges don't exist. It's about choosing language and thoughts that empower us to face those challenges. For example, instead of saying, "This is impossible," we can say, "This is difficult, but I'll figure it out." This small shift in language changes our perspective, transforming a closed door into a challenge we are willing to tackle. It's not about false optimism, but rather about creating a mindset that supports growth and problem solving. The impact of our words and thoughts goes beyond the individual level. They influence the environments we are part of, whether it's a family, workplace, or community. A leader who speaks with confidence and vision inspires their team to do the same. A parent who models positive thinking teaches their children resilience. These effects ripple outward, shaping not only our personal lives, but also the broader culture around us. The words and thoughts we choose can spark change, encourage innovation, and create connections that might not have existed otherwise. Taking control of our words and thoughts requires mindfulness and intention. It starts with paying attention to our inner dialogue and the language we use. When negative thoughts arise, we can challenge them, asking ourselves if they are true or helpful. When we catch ourselves speaking negatively, we can pause and reframe our words in a more constructive way. This practice doesn't mean we'll never think or speak negatively again. It means we'll become more aware and proactive in redirecting our energy. The practice of cultivating positive words and thoughts is not just about personal growth, it's about creating a ripple effect of positivity. When we speak kindly to ourselves, we build confidence. When we share kind words with others, we strengthen relationships. When we focus on empowering thoughts, we create a mindset that is resilient, hopeful, and open to possibility. These changes, though small at first, have the potential to transform the way we approach life and the way we influence those around us. Every word and thought carries weight, and by choosing them wisely, we harness their power to create a life filled with purpose and possibility.